this integral involves root x square minus 25. So we need to get rid of this root first. For that we have to make a specific trig substitution. So we have got the standard form u square minus a square. So this is in that form. In this case we make u substitution. U equals a secant theta. Okay, if they are reversed, like a squared minus u squared, then u equals a sine theta. That would be totally different. And then in this, for this question, u is simply x and a is simply 5. Okay, so we let u equals a secant theta. So u means x equals a means 5 secant theta, so that we can get rid of this radical sign. Okay, and we are converting everything in terms of theta, new variable theta. So we need to find derivative of both sides with respect to theta. So dx over d theta. So I want to write in differential form. So 5 derivative of secant is secant times tangent. Okay, and then this integral becomes x, that is 5 secant theta on the top, over x square. So x square means 5 secant theta is square. So 25 secant square theta minus 25 times dx, and dx is 5 secant theta tangent theta d theta. Let's simplify this. We should have done this separately. Let me do separately so that we don't have to copy whole thing over and over. So on the bottom we had square root of x square minus 25. So square root of x square minus 25 is in fact square root of x 5 secant theta. So 25 secant square theta minus 25, and 25 we can factor out inside, and if we take all the way outside 5 square, so secant square theta minus 1, and we need to use this identity. Secant square theta minus 1 is tangent square theta, and square root of tangent square theta is just tangent theta. So basically square root of x square minus 25 is 5 tangent theta. Okay, so that we don't have the square root anymore. That was the purpose of making this right substitution. Now I can see a lot of cancellations, 5 and tangent. Okay, then we have this 5 we can pull all the way outside. On the top secant square theta d theta. Okay, it's not bad. Now do we know the antiderivative of secant square? Is there a trig function whose derivative is secant square? Yes, derivative of tangent is secant square. So antiderivative of secant square is just tangent plus c. This would be final, but the original question was given in terms of x, so we need to find what is tangent theta in terms of x. For that we're going to use the original assumption. Our assumption was x equals 5 secant theta. That means secant theta equals x divided by 5, x over 5. Let's draw a right triangle based on this with theta. Okay, secant is in fact reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is b over h. Now secant would be h over b, so this would be x, okay, and this would be 5. Now we need to find this perpendicular p, or you can think a b c, same thing. A square plus b square equals c square. So in this case p square plus b square equals h square, and let's find p. So p square equals h square minus b square. So h is x square minus b square means 25. X square minus 25. So p is root x square minus 25. So p is root x square minus 25. Now we have all three sides of a right triangle, and we can easily find any trig function. So 5 tangent is p over b. Okay, p over b. So root x square minus 25 over 5 plus c. That's the final, but we can do one more cancelling. We have, so the final answer is root x square minus 25 plus c. As in each question, you can always differentiate this to see if you get back the original. Okay, thus this is the final answer, root x square minus 25 plus a constant.